Hi and welcome to the Yorkshire Vlogger. So in today's video we shall be looking at the 10 definitive games from the 1980s. In at number 10 it's Gallagher from 1981. Namco's Gallagher took the familiar setup of games like Space Invaders and took the battle from Earth to the stars with lasers, missiles, starfighters and a screen of colourful alien bugs. Instead of waiting for the aliens to crawl slowly down the screen, players would have to fight off squadrons of aliens as they try to blow the player away. Even today, the popular space shooter continues to captivate despite its simplicity. In at number 9, it's Contra from 1987. The original Get Good title, Contra brought the action from movies like Rambo and Predator to home consoles. Armed with a variety of power-ups and weapons, players went guns blazing on a perilous island against an army of mutant soldiers and alien menace. Unless they entered the infamous Konami code, would-be action heroes only had 3 lives and 1-hit deaths to get to the final boss. Easier said than done. Beating this side-scrolling classic was a feat only a select few have been able to complete. Many controllers were crushed as a result of Contra's cruel difficulty. In at number 8, it's Mega Man 2 from 1989. Though it was the Blue Bomber's second entry in the series, Mega Man 2 perfected the run and gun formula. Mega Man's battle against Dr. Willy and the Robot Master's bosses was an exciting sci-fi adventure that helped define the platform genre. Though not as difficult as a game like Contra, Mega Man 2 did help define them Nintendo hard. The platforming is sharp but challenging, and the bosses definitely won't go down easily. Not without the metal blade. Anyway, it's a great alternative for players looking to do more than jump on heads. In at number 7 it's Gauntlet from 1985. If it wasn't for this arcade gem, players wouldn't have the likes of Diablo or Hades today. Gauntlet was one of the first arcade dungeon crawlers that brought the fantasy adventure away from the D&D tables and into cabinets and consoles. With 4 playable heroes to choose from, players could hack and slash their way through hordes of monsters on the quest for treasure and loot. It might not be the most complex RPG in the world, but it laid the foundation for numerous games that followed. Often intimidated but never duplicated, the original Dungeon Dive is one game that deserves a modern release for a new generation. In at number 6, it's Donkey Kong from 1981. The original Donkey Kong is definitely an 80s icon. Not only did it help establish Nintendo as a classic household name, but it gave the world its first taste of a certain popular plumber with a red hat and moustache. More high concept than most old arcade games, Donkey Kong was something of a revolution when it hit arcades nearly 4 decades ago. The game helped put Nintendo on the map, launching an era of classic titles enjoyed the world over. Without this breakout hit, gamers might not have had the modern classic of today. In at number 5, it's Tetris from 1984. There's probably not a gaming enthusiast over there who hasn't picked up some iteration of Tetris. At the bare minimum, the iconic puzzle title is perhaps the most accessible game on the list, appearing in arcade consoles and most famously the Game Boy. Players have been matching and moving falling blocks for decades with no signs of slowing down. With so many sequels and revisions on the familiar formula, it's definitely a game that will be around maybe even a century after its release. In at number 4, it's PacMan from 1980. PacMan as a character alone is a character most 80s kids easily recognise. The original Maze Runner, PacMan, is a game that has consumed more coins than most and has been since established as an icon of the industry. Its reputation has certainly only grown with the introduction of new game consoles and new ways to play. The Dot Muncher has been eluding Blinky, Inky, Pinky and Clyde for years, and his appetite has only grown with each new generation of players. Whether in a cabinet or home console, no arcade fan should miss out a few good rounds of this all-time favourite. In at number 3, it's The Legend of Zelda from 1986. The Legend of Zelda was a literal game changer for the adventure genre, where previous titles were mainly text-based affairs like Wizard or Zork. The original game in Nintendo's iconic series put players right into the action with the beautiful princess, evil wizards and the hero of Hyrule himself, Link. The game was a sensation that led to the creation of a new series, genre, and countless quests for millions of players, and Link has been saving Zelda and her kingdom ever since, much to everyone's delight. In at number 2, it's Super Mario Bros. From 1985. Though not the original title to feature Mario in the lead role, it was the game that forever shaped the platform genre. Traversing through the Mushroom Kingdom has been a time-honoured gaming tradition since 1985, and the plumber's career has only prospered. Not only has Mario become one of the most famous video game characters in the medium, but his resume has expanded to include doctor, go-kart racer and athlete, just to name a few, and it's all thanks to his NES staple. In at number 1, it's Super Mario Bros. 3 from 1988. There's a reason the Super Mario series gets a second mention. While the first Super Mario Bros. Helped create the platformer genre, Super Mario Bros. 3 perfected the formula. By introducing new power-ups, worlds, enemies and puzzles, Nintendo created a sharp and challenging entry into their already successful series. Along with the typical hazard-like Koopas and Goombas, Mario now had to contend with Koopalings, Boomerang Brothers and many more to save the kingdom. Considered by many as a must-own for NES, it's a contender for one of Mario's biggest adventures. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get more notifications. Thanks for watching and hope to see you soon. Bye! In at number 10, it's Gallagher 1981. Namco's Gallagher... Outtake number 1!